Good morning and welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek and our 11:30 service. We're so delighted to have you with us this morning. I will be talking about the journey of the prodigal son as our journey, or as I like to refer to it, the journey, that long journey of the 14 inches from the head to the heart. We hope that you will enjoy the service. Our music today is the remarkable Joyful Noise Choir. So sit back, enjoy yourself, and we're grateful that you joined us today. Thank you so much.
Spirit wings, you lift me over all the earthbound things, and like a bird my heart is flying free. I'm soaring on the song your spirit brings, O Lord, in me. You let me see a vision of your majesty. You lift me up, you carry me on your spirit wings. Good morning and welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek. Please remain seated and join us in singing our opening song, Love is the Answer.
Love is the answer, love is the answer, love is the way. Love is the answer, love is the answer, love is the way. Joy, joy, joy is the answer, joy is the answer, joy is the way. Joy, joy, joy is the answer, joy is the answer, joy is the way. Peace, peace, peace is the answer, peace is the answer, peace is the way. Peace, peace, peace is the answer, peace is the answer, peace is the way.
Good morning. And it is my pleasure to welcome you again to Unity of Walnut Creek, where love, joy, and peace reside. My name is Ron Salazar, and it is my pleasure to be up here to see all your smiling faces. And if you please turn to the camera and welcome our online friends. We thank you for joining us, and we want you to know that you are part of our spiritual community, and we appreciate you. And if you are here for the first time at Unity, we have a special welcome for you. Yahoo! We appreciate you, and we're really glad you're with us this morning. Thank you. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. Unity helps us to bring forth our individual, God-like, what's the word I'm looking for? God, Hey, my job is done. I'll see you later. Bye, Val. That was good, you guys, really. But that's what we're all about here at Unity, individual expression. So everybody here actually came up with a different word. That's what individual expression is. And at Unity, we believe in universal truths. And when we practice those universal truths, it helps us express those individual expressions of the divine. And in Unity services, you may hear different music or different words from different spiritual paths. This is just proving and showing to us that there are many, many perceptions of the divine, and they are all correct. So let's open our service with the power of affirmative prayer as we attune to this divine presence that lives within and without all of us. So if we take that deep breath into your heart and just be here. And repeat with me. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. And take a deep breath and just let that soak into your heart. And once again, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. And then take another deep breath and just know that that is the truth. And again, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. We would like to express our thanks. We'd like to express to you, thank you to everyone who joined this past week in our spiritual focus of receiving unlimited good. And to support our journey through our music today, we are pleased to welcome our own Joyful Noise Choir. Yay! You guys must be good. And directing this month is Nancy Donovan and Pam Whitman. So thank you, Nancy and Pam. And as our service unfolds today, we invite you to touch at a deeper level than ever before the magnificence and the beauty of your spiritual nature. Please remain seated and join us in singing More Than Ever Before.
More than
invite you now, let us prepare for our time of prayer and meditation. And come comfortable in your seats, kind of wiggle around until you find that spot. And allow your body to be erect so that the energy just flows from head to toe. Feet firmly on the floor. And prepare to allow this beautiful music, this simple chant. You may sing it or just sit and listen, but allow it to bring you into a deeper place in consciousness. Gently close your eyes now. See within to that deeper place of being. Bring your focus to breathing in and through the heart. Being consciously aware of that precious love, that perfect love that lives at the center of our being. Allow that perfect love to fill us with the awareness of the fact that God is always there. Right there at the center of our hearts. And holding that knowing, allow these words to be your words. I know the truth of my being. I know that I am God's beloved, in whom God is well pleased, and whose good pleasure is to lay before me the kingdom of heaven. I know that love is my guiding force. I know that regardless of the challenges I may encounter, perfect love lifts me up, restores me to the love that I am, and carries me forth on waves of peace, joy, wholeness, abundance, and every good thing. I know that there is nothing that with this perfect love I cannot handle. I know that I am safe at every moment of every day. I know, I know, I know. Allow this knowing to permeate every cell of your being and reflect on that knowledge in gratitude as we rest in the silence. Divine love, infinite presence, Mother, Father, God, in whom we live and move and have our being. We are so grateful for having had this time of communion and connection with you within the sanctuary of our hearts. May we be ever mindful throughout our days, throughout our lives, that this sanctuary lives at the truth of our being and is always there to enter at any moment that we so desire. Bless us all with your presence, your guidance, and your direction as we navigate our lives day by day. Bring us to those places in the heart that we may express it outward to heal our lives, our communities, and our world. Remind us that divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. Please affirm this with me. Divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. And again, divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world. And once more, divine love flows through my heart, enfolding and blessing the world.
Blessing the world as nothing else.
to be self-evident. And so it is. Amen.
My name is Javier Cortez, and it's truly my pleasure to highlight a few of the many upcoming events here at Unity. Our Heart First groups are forming. Complete information is in the bulletin, and you can sign up in the bookstore. Next week, we have a special service honoring Black History Month. Pretty good, huh? Find out about more of these and other activities in your bulletin and on our website. I would like to invite Ms. Leslie Trevane to the platform.
All right, everybody. All right, come on.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and online. Hello. You can buy tickets online for the crab feed online, people, so don't want to leave anybody out. Well, 2 weeks in a row, I'm back, so you know that the crab feed is just around the corner to see me 2 Sundays in a row. Today and next Sunday, the only days to buy your tickets. Nothing at the door. So come, have a good time. I was talking to Ray Falkenberg earlier. This is our 9th annual crab feed, so obviously people are enjoying it. Come and enjoy, buy the raffle tickets and the stupendous dessert auction and dance your booty off with Tyler. And if you come and have a good time, I'm speaking for John, who I didn't check, and Diane, who left. We'll do it again next year. We'll do our 10th annual. Just come and show up and have a good time on this one. And I'll be in the patio after the service so you can buy your tickets. See you then. Thank you.
Leslie, thank you for all your hard work. Appreciate it. Thank you. And until you hear the gong, please take a short moment to greet the people around you.
Aren't they fabulous? I was trying to think of when Reverend David told me he was having this wonderful Hawaii experience, and I would be speaking. I was trying to figure out how I could direct and speak to, but I tried to work it out in my head, and it just gave me a headache. So I am blessed, so blessed, to have had two phenomenal musicians agree to fill in for me, none other than Nancy Denevant and Pam Whitman. I am so grateful, and I am so grateful to you, Joyful Noise, for cooperating so beautifully so that I could fill in for Reverend David. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I'm so a little full from the song, so let me get myself together. Reverend David is having a Hawaii experience. But I got the best part of the deal. I got to have the experience of you. I truly am grateful. Yeah. I truly love my time with you. I do. So I did get the best end of the deal. Today I am going to be talking to you about our journey. And the journey that I'm going to use as a parallel is the journey of the prodigal son. How many of you are familiar with the prodigal son? Okay. You may wish to know that that is the most widely preached, taught, referred to, and interpreted parable of all the parables our elder brother taught in the Bible. Oops, I'm losing my microphone. Good save, right? That comes from years of performing. And the reason this parable is so precious to people and so inviting is because it has a lot of meat in it. There are possibly 20 different messages that could be given on that one parable. And it has many subtitles. It's called The Long Journey Home. That's what I refer to it. And believe it or not, that is the name of my new book, and the book is about the parable of the prodigal son. So the long journey home, because it is a journey. This parable is about a journey. It also is the journey, that long journey, that 14 inches from the head to the heart. That can take a lifetime to travel, right? It is also known as the road to overcoming. It is also known as the journey to unconditional love and forgiveness. And there are probably many, many others. And what I want to focus on, though, is the journey from the head to the heart. I am wrapping up what Reverend David has been talking about for the last month and a half, when he has shared with you the steps to the heart. And I will be letting you see how those steps line up with the journey of the prodigal son. You have a handout, so I want to tell you that I will not be reading that parable. It's very long. But I will give you the Cliff Notes version, okay? Wealthy man, 2 sons. Younger son, elder son. The younger son begins to get antsy and is bored with living in the country and wants to go find himself, wants to go to the big city and see what's happening there. There's nothing going on in the country. He's bored. So he gets an idea to go to his father and say, look, why don't you give me the money that you were going to give me when you die? And I'm going to take it and go find myself. Anybody but me decided to go find themselves? I did it. And I think a lot of us have made a journey of finding ourselves. So he goes to the big city, and then, like the song says, when he had lots of friends, but when the money was gone and the spending ends, they weren't around anymore. Anybody remember that song? God bless the child. Well, that's what happened to him. He made lots of friends. He had lots of people hanging out with him, and he was picking up the tab all over the place, taking people to dinner, out for drinks, trips. But there was an end to that money. I mean, it's not like he invested it would continue to draw interest, and he could just live off the interest. No, he spent every dime. And everybody who had been hanging out with him was gone. Now, the way the scripture put it is he wasted his inheritance on riotous living. Anybody ever did any riotous living? So when the riotous living was over, and he had no money, he found himself working for another wealthy man, feeding the pigs. Feeding the pigs. And in that moment, it says in the scripture, he came to himself. And he realized that even the lowest on the totem pole in his father's employ were living better than he was. They were in a better place than he was. So he got the idea to return to his father, to go back home, but he was not going to go home expecting that his father would welcome him back with open arms and forgive him. He didn't expect any of that. He said, I will go and ask my father to give me a job, to hire me as one of his servants. And so I'll go back home. And so he set out on his journey to go back home. And when he was not far off from home, his father happened to see off in the distance his son. And he told his servants, he said, my son is back. Prepare the fatted calf, bring a robe and slippers and a ring for his finger to welcome him home. And when the son showed up, he said to his father, hire me as one of your servants. Let me work for you. That's all I ask. And the father said to him, you're my son and you've come back home. And he embraced him and put the robe on him and the slippers and put the ring on his finger. And they celebrated his return. And there was the eldest son. He was not very happy about this. Now, mind you, he had been hanging around working sun up, sun down, helping to take care of the horses and the cows and the pigs and the sheep and working right alongside the father. And now this young whippersnapper who has gone off and blown the money, and he comes back home, and all of a sudden there's a big celebration. So he tells the father, I'm not happy about this. I've been here all along. And you welcome him back after what he did. The father says to him, a very powerful statement. He says, we should rejoice. Your brother who was lost has now been found. Let us celebrate. So, what does this all mean? Wonderful story, right? Yeah. But the story is not about the biblical character. As you may know, metaphysically, all of the characters in the Bible represent aspects of us, states of our consciousness. The experiences they have represent the journey as we evolve in consciousness. So this is our story. This is our story to go back home. It's the story of our journey back home. It's the story of our journey from the head to the heart, from the intellect to love. So let's look at a little bit of the metaphysics. But first I want to tell you about a parable, what a parable is. The word parable comes from the Latin word parabola. And it means to compare. To compare. In a parable, one thing that you are familiar with is compared to something that you are attempting to learn, something that is unfamiliar to you, to help you have a deeper understanding of what it's about. Are you with me? Okay. Charles Fillmore calls it an earthly story with a heavenly meaning. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So this parable has some great metaphysics. The younger son, who is designated as the prodigal son, represents that immature aspect of us that has not yet discovered the truth of its being, that is not yet awakened to its divinity, to its true place in consciousness as the Son of the Father. It is not yet awakened. It has not yet achieved that first step in conscious evolution. The Father represents the God principle, the infinite, the immutable laws, that which is constant. The Father's house represents the Christ consciousness, or our divine nature. And when we leave home, we are moving away from the truth that we are the Christ, that we are gods, that we are one with all life and with God. We are moving away from that to discover who we are. The far country represents anything that takes us away from that home in the heart, that we focus on, that we believe is going to make us happy. Those material things that we place our focus on and we think they're going to satisfy us, but was it taste great, less filling? So that's the far country. The inheritance represents the spiritual gifts that we were given in advance: intuition, insight, faith, wholeness, oneness, abundance. All of these were given to us originally, before the world was. These are the spiritual gifts that were given. They are like tools on our journey. And when we become aware of our designation in the realm of divine, we then discover these tools and are able to use them to overcome the challenges that rise up for us in this human experience. He came to himself. What that represents is an awakening. He woke up. He woke up to realize that there was something better than where he was, that there had to be something greater within him than what he was experiencing. There had to be something more. Has anybody ever found themselves in a dark night of the soul? And sometimes you get so low that you realize there is no place else but up, right? And so you begin to look, well, how do I get up? You know, what is it that I need to bring me up from this desperation? And that begins to say, it's got to be something else, because this could not be it. The elder son represents religious doctrine, dogma, morality. It is an aspect of us that would rather be right than happy. So that's pretty much the metaphysics, and all of that is in your handout. Let's look at how this journey aligns with the steps to the heart that Reverend David taught us, and what else this journey of the prodigal son holds for us, and the infinite possibilities that are available to us on our journey. So the first step to the heart is awareness. Self-awareness. And self-awareness is when he comes to himself. When he realizes what he has come to, what he has brought himself to, what he is now experiencing. And of course, this is not something he was looking forward to. This was not his plan. But there he is, and it's like, wow, look where I am. And so he began to look at himself. How did I get here? And then the next step to the heart is heart focus. Heart focus. So when he says, my Father's servants are living better than I am, that is the focus on the heart, because the Father represents that infinite divine love that is always there to welcome us. The next step to the heart is heart feeling, yes. And when he says, I will go to my Father and ask him to hire me as one of his hired hands, that is the heart feeling. And the next step is heart asking. When he gets there and he asks his Father to hire him, that is the asking. He is asking the heart, take me in, hire me, let me be there, let me work for you. That is all I'm asking. And the final step is receptivity. So when his father puts the robe on him and the slippers and the ring on his finger, and they have the celebration with the fatted calf, and they rejoice in his arrival, and the abundance is laid before him again, that is the receptivity. The receptivity to receiving the good that is ours when we return to the heart. When we go to the heart, all of our abundance, all of our good is there, and all of the tools that we have been given to create infinite possibilities within our lives is there again and laid before us. Here, 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 the generosity of the heart, the generosity of the Father. So this parable is designed to show us that, one, we are never far from home. We are never far from home because home is where the heart is. And we are never far from home. And we always know all that we need to know to do all that we need to do. We always have our tools. We always have everything that we could possibly need, require, and desire in that moment of challenge to take us through the challenge. You see, our challenges are not designed to destroy us. We are not victims, we're volunteers. Our challenges are there to allow us to exercise our God muscle. How do you know you have faith if you never have to use it? So our challenges are simply there so that we can discover what's in us. Because if we're made in the image and likeness of that which created us, we have all of its attributes. Therefore, we have everything we need to come through anything. There's nothing we cannot do because that magnificence is within us. It is us. You know, in this journey, what we're doing metaphysically is that we are discovering how to connect more deeply with our Creator until we come to the realization that we are the Creator. That everything that is showing up in our lives has been created by us for us. And if it has been created by us for us, obviously we have the capacity and the ability to overcome. So, what are some of the steps to this? You have a handout. Let's follow along. I get to play with my new toy. I heard John go, ha. So, let's look at the steps. Step 1, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. You know, there is that alarm going off in us, reminding us it's time to wake up. When we come to that dark night of the soul, it's designed to wake us up. It comes with an alarm to wake us up. The next step, look up. Take your eyes off the situation. Focusing on the situation is not going to heal the situation. If it was, you wouldn't need the gifts that you have been given. Take your eyes off of it. Put your eyes on God. Put your eyes on the heart. Look up to the highest possibility. The next step, get up. Get up. Don't just stay there. Get up. Stand up. Take a stand in your power. Stand up in your strength, in your truth. The next step, turn around. Go back to the truth that you know. Go back to the heart. Go back to the home. Go back to what you already know. Next step, ask for directions. Heart asking. Go into the heart and ask the questions that you need to have answered. And if you don't know which questions to ask, use the tool the Course in Miracles says. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say? And to whom? Ask for directions. Even men can follow directions. You forgive me, don't you guys? Next step. Take one step at a time. One step at a time. You don't have to run, my beloveds. You don't have to take off because sometimes it makes more sense to take a step at a time. That way, you get to focus on am I where I'm meant to be at this moment that I'm meant to be? One step at a time. And eventually, you'll be running. Eventually. But you may not be able to take 2 steps at first. You may have to take 1. And then take another when you can. And finally, don't give up. Oh, don't give up. You were not put here to fail. In fact, you cannot fail. Because even if it doesn't work out like you wanted it to, you've learned something. And that in itself is a success. So you cannot fail. So don't give up. Choose and choose again and choose again and choose again. Those are the steps of the heart in this journey that we have in this human experience. And just because we have learned the truth does not mean that the challenges will stop. We are having the challenge because we are in a process of conscious evolution. We are continually evolving in consciousness. Or as Charles Fillmore calls it, the upwardly progressive movement of spirit. That is our journey. That's what we're here for. And we can take the scenic route, or we can take a direct route. Either one. But in this situation, because we're here to grow and evolve, we cannot avoid challenges, my beloved. But what we can avoid is allowing our challenges to destroy us. That we can avoid. We can avoid having our challenges stop us from evolving into the powerful, magnificent beings that we are. Because we are magnificent. We are magnificent. Emma Curtis Hopkins, as you know her through Lessons in Truth, she says, we must say, this too is good. This too is God. This too is for me. And I demand to see the blessing in this for me. She goes on to say that we must take our business as it is, our business meaning our life experiences. We must take our business as it comes. We must accept it. And she says, and praise divine love that there is a strong and wise way out of our dilemma. We are evolving. We are experiencing enlightenment. Thich Nhat Hanh says, a wave is enlightenment by a wave is the moment it realizes that it is water. You see, a wave is a disturbance in the force of water. But when the wave realizes it is water, it knows that it will flow again. And that is our journey. That is our journey. And at the end of it, we come home. And as my friend Karen Benedetto's song says, welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Even in our darkest night, you've never been alone. Welcome home. Be at peace. Be at peace. Leave your worries at the door and feel takes a little faith to make the blessings flow. Pray and know. God's love is always here to guide our way. Release all doubt and fear. It's a brand new day. Welcome home. Welcome home. We hold you in the love and light, and everything's all right. Welcome home. So I want you to sing it with me. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. We hold you in the love and light. We hold you in the love and light, and everything's all right. Welcome home. One more time. Welcome home. Welcome home. We hold you in the love and light, and everything's all right. Welcome home. One more. Let's do it once more. Welcome home. Welcome home. We hold you in the love and light, and everything's all right. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome And let us say our affirmation together. I am at home in the haven of my heart. Together, I am at home in the haven of my heart. Feel that, feel that, feel it, feel it. And again, I am at home in the haven of my heart. Oh, let it just fill you. Feel that. Can you feel it? One more time, and from the depths of your being, I am at home in the haven of my heart. Welcome home.
Start singing, baby. Start singing.
Reverend David's on the beach, but we got Reverend Sheila. Mahalo. Mahalo. Mahalo, mahalo. Thank you. And Pam, you wait for me on this one, right? If you would like prayer support for challenges or celebrations, please ask our heart ministers. They will be available after the service here, in the sanctuary, or on the patio. Our heart ministers are wearing lavender stoles. I ask everyone to take a connection card from the seat pocket in front of you. Go ahead, you can grab that. We invite each of you to take a moment to fill out this card if you have a prayer request, question, or comment. If you are new to Unity, you are invited to fill out the card and stop by the welcome table in the patio. We look forward to meeting you. Thank you for checking the box if you are joining us for our weekly spiritual focus. Our spiritual focus this week is, I am at home in the haven of my heart. Wow, I'm checking that box. So, the ushers will receive your card with the offering toward the end of the music. It's time for our prosperity celebration. For credit card donations, there are envelopes provided in the back of each chair. One of the great teachings of abundance is the understanding of the power of appreciation. What we sincerely appreciate with our hearts appreciates in value both internally and externally. What we appreciate multiplies and blesses our lives. I invite you to take your tithe or offering in your hand. Be aware that God is the source of all your good. Repeat our affirmation with me together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am truly grateful.
together. Children, you are loved, special, and important. The light of God shines through you. And that's the truth. And let us join hands and do our prayer for protection and our peace song. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God washes over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And our peace song. Remember, you are the love, the light, and the peace in the earth. So what? Let it shine and have fun.